Buongiorno everybody, this is Alexander King and I'm very curious guys. Today we have a first for the channel, but it's one of those interesting firsts because I have absolutely no clue about what I'm about to listen to. Now, the artist is called Angelina Jordan, the song is called Love Don't Let Me Go. I'm reacting to this purely based on a comment that I received from you guys. A special shout to Piraeus. I'm sorry, I probably butchered that the way that that's meant to be pronounced, but it left me a very intriguing comment, and that's just the proof as well that, guys, if you want me to listen to something, just pitch it. Make sure to spark my curiosity, and even if I have absolutely no clue about what I'm about to listen to, as in this case, I'm more than happy to. So guys, without further ado, this is Angelina Jordan and the song is called Love Don't Let Me Go. Let's go. I like the vibe of the video. Very 1950s, I want to say.
Mistakes and regrets.
Oh wow.
All that I have left. 'Cause your touch and your sense.
What a voice.
On my skin. Maybe I'm a fool to erase the trace of you. 'Cause no, you know me. At least that's how I feel. I'm trying to pull you closer to me, but it's just like trying to catch smoke. Love, I really wish you had
The bass coming in, wow.
Maybe I could beg for you to stay.
Make the chorus some
The floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. If only I could look you in the eye, there wouldn't be no place for you to hide. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go. Had a heart.
getting those rhythm and blues vibes. Ah guys, I love this.
If you had a soul, I know where my home would be.
I feel like there is a very obvious comparison that just jumps in the mind with Amy Winehouse.
Can't forget, and though you're not here beside me, I still see your silhouette. I'm trying to pull you closer to me, but it's just like trying to catch smoke. Love, I really wish you had a face. Maybe I could beg for you.
I love the ghost notes on the snare ring.
I'm begging,
They add so much rhythm wise.
don't let me go. If only I could look you in the eye, there wouldn't be no place for you to hide. I'm on the floor, I'm begging, oh, love, don't let me go.
Beautiful. Very verb on a
I'm on
hectic up, I want to say.
I'm begging, oh,
Ah,
love, don't let me
guitar pen to the right. Ah, guys, wow. Wow. Oh, this is a very nice suggestion. Thank you so much. The voice. Oh my god, guys, she has one of those voices. Like, there are artists sometimes, not necessarily female artists, just it's regardless of the gender. There are artists that have a certain rasp to their voice usually that just I cannot explain it. It's like I don't know why, but when there is that sound, it just grabs you even more. It's not something I can really explain, but I find it more common with someone that has a voice like this compared to someone that has an extremely clean voice. For example, like if you take this versus, I don't know, Ariana Grande. Let's go for that for a second. Ariana Grande has a very clear voice. She's a phenomenal singer. Musically wise, I'm not the biggest fan of what she does, but she has a phenomenal voice. But she has a very clean voice. Of course, she can work around that and she can add a bit of distortion and all that, but naturally, she doesn't have that like this. It's like it's as if there was a layer of raspiness that's just built within their vocal cords or whatever it is. And I might be completely off. Maybe in the rest of her discography, she just cleans. She just sings clean, and maybe here she was just adding a bit of distortion. But I don't know. That's the vibe that I got, and something like that just grabs me. It's very common. Again, the comparison musically, let's say stylistically, that came to my mind, as I said during the reaction, is Amy Winehouse right off the bat. When I saw the video at the beginning, I was expecting, okay, maybe like Lana Del Rey or something like that. But as soon as she started singing with that beat and with that type of melody, it was, yeah, okay, we're in that territory, which is something that I love. I absolutely love that type of rhythm and blues, and just it just creates a certain vibe that you don't really find in any other genre. Of course, it takes a lot from the blues, which is one of my overall favorite genres, starting from the 1930s with Robert Johnson and Booker White and all the Mississippi Delta blues. And then you add, of course, the more modern influences that developed from the 60s and the 70s, and you just get this sound that it's like a perfect mix between very different worlds. And it's something that I really love and that I'm discovering more and more as I grow up, which is something I wasn't expecting necessarily, but I found myself gravitating more and more towards this. But I'm digressing from the actual song and the actual artist that we're talking about. It's a very beautiful song. Of course, structure-wise, there is nothing special that happens. It follows a very standard sequence, so song structure. But the really interesting things, of course, like the main focus production-wise and songwriting-wise, it's on the vocals, and that's how it's supposed to be, especially when you have a singer like this, and the artist, it's actually just a singer. So it's not like Angelina Jordan and the Jordanettes or something like that. You know what I mean? It's not like a singer with the supporting band, which of course she has, but it's not the focus. The focus is on her voice, which is phenomenal. But production-wise and instrumental-wise, there were again these little nuances that I really loved. It's very simple, so it's again kind of stripped down. You have just the basic instruments, but the ghost notes, especially during the verses, the ghost notes on the snare rim. So the drummer is not actually hitting the snare, but they're hitting the rim around the snare. So it has a clickier sound. It's not as full, of course, but it just adds that little bit of a bounce back and that little bit of an accent rhythmically, which I really found beautiful. When it's done well, it's one of the most subtle and effective ways that you have to just accent the rhythm in a song. The guitar work beautiful, especially with the panning at the very end. Gorgeous, like that sounded like a Fender guitar, like single coil pickup with a lot of reverb, a little bit of distortion, but not a lot of effects, and just that huge sound that it creates. And then at the very end also a beautiful, I want to say a lead guitar, but you know, just a very short lead melody, artpan to the right as well. Great. It all helps building that atmosphere and that vibe. You almost feel like you're in a club or in a, you know, like those smoky clubs in the 1950s that you see in the movies with everybody smoky and drinking whiskey and gin. It's just that type of vibe, and you're just chilling and enjoying the music and listening about heartbreak and maybe relating, maybe not. But it's just that type of vibe that I feel it will never really get old, or maybe it's actually more fascinating because it got old. Like in a way that it brings you back to a certain time that probably most of us have never actually even lived through. But it just creates this picture in your mind, just listening to these sounds, and it's just beautiful. Of course, the visuals help because they're going for that as well with the style of the music video. But even without that, like if I was just listening to this on Spotify with my headphones on, I would still be picturing something along those lines, and that's, I guess, also the power of music, the power of a well-executed piece of music. So yeah, guys, fantastic introduction to this artist. Please do let me know if there are other songs that I should check out by her. Of course, I'm always open for suggestions. As said at the beginning of the video, you just need to pick my interest, so it can be anything. Besides that, as I always say, guys, there is my new single. It's out now. It's called Tonight. It's my second single. You can find it somewhere around here. It always means a lot to me if you could just go over there and give it a listen, leave me some feedback if you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it. So it always helps. Any feedback helps. Guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I guess I'll catch you at the next one. Have a good day.